This is really frustrating. Is that working? I think I just heard sound. I think I just got it working. This is really frustrating. Okay, is it working? Hello. Testing. Is that working? I think I just heard sound. Is that working? I think I just got it working. This is really frustrating. Okay, is it working? So can you put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me all clear enough? Is that working? I think I just heard sound. Okay. Hello and good morning all. Big Money, Rebel with a Cause. Hello. Thank you for stopping by and being patient with me. I appreciate your support. I really do. I really appreciate everyone's support that I've been given lately and all the support in doing this. So it's just, I was saying before, I'm going to share the Australian news on what's happened and some videos that have appeared. Okay, so the Florida high-rise apartment building that Pancake, where the residents were sleeping overnight, has reportedly been sinking for decades. An ominous report was released before the disaster claimed. As the search for 99 people who are missing, we got that number again, don't we? 99 people who are missing, including a group of Australians, continues. It has come to light that the tower was cracking so loudly that in the days before the disaster, the residents were waking the residents up. A 12-story beachfront building in the Miami-Dade County, which is largely reduced to rubble in the sudden collapse on Thursday local time, was built in 1981, had been sinking into the ground since the 1990s, according to the 2020 study conducted by Szymon Rudolski. Ha! Look at that name, that last name. A professor at Florida International University. I looked at it this morning and said, oh my God, we did detect that, Rudolski told USA Today on Thursday. So, yeah, the way it's just collapsed and everything is unreal, isn't it? Like, look at this. Like it's like someone's come along with a chainsaw and just gone, yeah, straight down. His research focused on which parts of the Miami were sinking. Yeah, Rebel, that's those dates, those numbers. So Miami was sinking in an effort to determine what areas could be more impacted by sea level rise and coastal flooding. I've yet to see the sea level rise. Like Indonesia's sinking, yeah. His team found out that the Champlain Towers south of the Surfside had been sinking at a rate of about 2 millimeters a year in 1990s, the report said. We saw the building had some kind of unusual movement, Rudolski's told the outlet. However, the study focused on flooding hazards, not engineering concerns, and mention of the 12-story condominium appeared only online, USA Today reported. We didn't give it too much importance, Rudolski said, adding that he didn't believe anyone in the city or state government would have been aware of the study. Okay, so there's a building that is sinking at a rate of 2 millimeters a year since 1990s. They were aware of it. What a load of crap. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. They just let the maintenance go, I reckon. Because that crack, we've had buildings evacuated here in Australia on the smallest crack. In Sydney, there's 2 buildings at the moment that have been evacuated. They're not allowed to live in it because of these cracks in the foundation and the walls and things. So the Wodonski research focused on which parts of Miami were sinking in an effort to determine which areas could be impacted. I think I read that. Yeah, sorry. Karp said that such a deterioration could have happened earlier, either slowly over the years or suddenly if the structure of the building was intentionally damaged. Surfside town officials on Thursday said the high rise had been undergoing a county mandated 40 recertification process, which involves electrical and structural inspections. Oh, there you go. So it had to do a mandatory 40-year refit of all the wiring and everything and check the structures. This sounds like it's like a F and insurance. City Commissioner Eleanor Schosser told Miami TV station WPLG that the process was believed to be proceeding without issues. What? And that the building inspector may have been on site as recently as Wednesday. I want to know why this happened, Schosser said. This really only the question, and how can it happen? Can it happen again? Any other buildings in town in jeopardy? Now, people in that area are going to be living in fear of whether their building is going to collapse, Lots of people are. They're just going to be thinking, oh, is my building going to be next? And this is just a new, way that they're going to play on people's fear. And it's just people have got so much at the moment that they're worried about. Like, come on, how can it break off like this so clearly? This is just... Okay, well, interesting. I wonder if any of these people are crisis actors. No offense. This is serious. Yes, I know it did happen, but I'd be distraught if I lost someone. Is that a pair of jeans or something? Sad part is there could be body parts there. You wouldn't know you're looking at it. That's the sad part is. So I mean, just like straight down here, it looks like someone saw it off. The chainsaw just come along. Yeah. It's not hard to do if you had a laser and you just like that. It'd be like cutting butter with a knife. So yeah, it had to have its 40-year-old inspection of electrical and structural. So interesting. Didn't know that one. Kenneth Dicker, an attorney for the Association of Residents at the Champlain Towers South Condo, said the building had thorough engineering inspections over the last several months. What that tells you is nothing like this was foreseeable. At least it wasn't seen by the engineers who were looking at the building from structural perspective, he told CNN. There was nothing to indicate something like this was going to happen. Yeah, there was. There was a report that it was moving $2 million a year. As questions are asked about the collapse, a search operation is underway to find the survivors. At least one person is dead, and at least 99 people are currently missing. A desperate rescue operation is underway to find survivors. Firefighters say they can hear banging beneath the rubble. Online videos showed a large portion of the 12-story building in the town of Surfside, just north of Miami Beach, reduced to rubble, with the apartment's interiors exposed. Miami-Dade authorities declared a level 5 mass casualty event, meaning statewide emergency resources are required, according to reports. Further shocking footage shows the moment the towers collapsed, sending plumes of smoke into the air. So there it goes. Boom. Isn't it amazing? And watch how this one wobbles and it just stays up, and then you see all the flashes. I don't know, is it the electricity cables breaking or what's going on? See it all? See all the flashes? Isn't it just weird? Like, what was that? It was really weird. Like, you watch, I'll let it play again. And just see. Can you see it all? Like, all these flashes here, yeah. Look. Look at it all. It's weird, hey? It's just those two lights were bright, and then it's down here, and then on that side as well. Yeah, it's just really suspicious. Surfside Mayor said he was not optimistic of finding survivors in the collapsed part of the building, saying it's literally pancake. Fire Rescue Assistant Chief Ray Jetta said they heard sounds from under the rubble and all operations are occurring underneath it. They are occurring underneath the parking garage, where we have teams of firefighters consistently as they continue making cuts and breaches and placing sonar devices and search cans to locate victims. We did receive sounds, not necessarily people talking, but sounds. What sounds like people banging, not people, but sounds of possibly a larger banging. We haven't heard any voices coming from the pile. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue said more than 80 units responded to the collapse at the building at 2 a.m., 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. They said 55 apartment units collapsed and first responders rescued 35 people trapped inside. What side were those people trapped? Looks like it went off like a bomb.
Joining us now is the mayor of Surfside.
Wow, it's just unreal. I pray for all these poor people. There's so much going on at the moment in the world as it is, and now they've got to deal with this. You know, there's all these families now homeless in this situation. I hope these families, you know, the ones that have lost their homes, I hope they didn't lose their jobs during the pandemic and that they actually have a job. I really do hope that they're okay. Sadly, there's going to be a lot of loss of lives. Yeah, sadly. It's just, well, it's unreal. I want to show you some of the video that from people, not from CNN, but from actual people. Do you mean did you hear BP Earthwatch, what he said about a quake out in the Gulf, in the sea there? And he was thinking that it could be that, and it's traveling along the continental shelf. Yeah, correct. Yes, Mr. Big Money. Authorities say at least 92 people missing, 102 being counted for. Surfside Mayor Charles Beckett confirmed at least one person died in hospital following the collapse. This morning I was told by the chief that we treated 10 people on the site. 2 of those 10 were transported to the hospital. 1 has passed away. It's unknown how many people were injured or inside the building at the time of the collapse. Mr. Bucket said the building collapse was less likely than a lightning strike. It looks like a bomb went off, and we're pretty sure a bomb didn't go off, he said. You just don't see buildings like this fall down in America. There's no reason for the building to go down like this unless someone literally pulled out the supports from underneath or they get washed out, or there is a sinkhole or something like that because it just went down. See? There's no reason for a building to go down like this unless suddenly someone literally pulls the support from underneath. It comes from the mayor. Additional bystander video from the scene collapse of the building. So I dare say this is just afterwards. So there is a bit of debris around, but doesn't seem to be much debris like in a big radius. He said part of the building that remained intact had been checked and cleared of residents, but he was not optimistic of finding survivors in the collapsed part of the building. The problem is the building are literally pancaked. It's heartbreaking because it doesn't mean to me that we're going to be as successful as we want to find people like. He said there was construction happening on the roof, but the equipment was not heavy enough to cause the partial collapse. Oh yeah, did you know that they were doing roof repairs at the same time? That was in another report that I had already read today as well. Firefighters could be seen pulling a boy from the rubble alive. Oh, they're going to play on the heartstrings by just adding a little child into it, don't they? They like to do these things, don't they? At least 18 Latin American nationals are now among the missing, according to the country's consulates. At least 3 Ugandans, 9 Argentinians, 6 Paraguayans among the sisters of the country's first ladies. Oh, among them. Oh! There are 3 Ugandans, 9 Argentinians, and 6 Paraguayans, among them the sister of the country's first lady. Which country's first lady? Surfside also has a large Jewish population, and several rabbis were at the scene to help with the rescue operation. Do you people get it? Can you see where I can see where it's going. Hey, Michael. Yeah, I can see here in the comments. Yeah, Mr. Big Money, I agree. The building was occupied by a mix of full-time and seasonal residents and renters. Okay, so that, and the officials have stressed it is unclear how many people were actually inside at the time. It's hard to get a count on it, Miami-Dade Commissioner Sally Handman told CNN. You don't know between vacations and anything else. She said the hope is still there, but it's weaning. Okay, so they don't seem to care because it's like fruit pickers, harvesters, or low wage income, sort of low socioeconomic people in their eyes. They don't care. That's sad. Yeah, it's what it looks like, Michael. It just looks like it, doesn't it? They're able to rescue some people. I heard some of the screams off the camera. Resident of Chaplin Towers tells me I lost a lot of friends. Big part of is pancaked. I think that'd be a crisis act. I'm not even going to bother watching that. Nicholas Bobula told the network he was outside walking his dog when he heard and felt the ground shake. He saw a plume of smoke and saw the collapsed building. After running home to drop off his dog, he came back to the site. I was thinking to myself, how could anyone survive? Mr. Bobula told the Newsboat. As I was thinking that, I heard a voice yelling, he said, adding that as he got closer, he saw the boy sticking up his hand through the debris so I could see his hand and fingers wiggling. Oh, they like to play on those heartstrings, don't they? Hi, Amy. Hello. It's good to see you. Welcome. And, yeah, welcome, Michael. So that's great. I've got some regulars here. My regular subscribers. Great. So I began to climb the debris to try to get to him. I used the light on my phone to signal the firefighters to come over. A police officer came over and he radioed for the fire rescues to come over, he said. So they began their efforts to get him out. It was him and his mother. We could hear him. We could see him clearly. His mum, we weren't able to see, and we weren't able to hear her, so I don't know what her status is, but God willing, she is okay. He said the child was under his bed frame and mattress. He was obviously sleeping, Mr. Bobula said. I can only imagine how many people were in their apartments either sleeping or watching TV or just whatever, just living their lives. Unbeknownst to them, the building was about to break away. If it was not for me and other person being on the backside of the building, I have no idea how long it would have been until they finally found him. So he was obviously sleeping and the building collapses so quickly. How did he get under the bed if it collapses that quickly when you're asleep? Do you know, like that sentence just doesn't make sense. Yeah, Amy, this is off the AustralianNews.com website. Shared by Fairfax Media. Rupert Murdoch's group. Yeah. One witness who was in neighbouring building said the collapse felt like a tornado or earthquake. The building is located 1 block away with Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. Currently live. There you go. So it's located 1 block away from Trump's. Wow. Wonder if someone was trying to use a DW and it sort of didn't hit the right target. I wonder if that could be part of it. Oh, I'm sorry, I should be laughing. Firefighters were also seen using a ladder truck to rescue people who were still in the sections of the building that didn't collapse. One of the residents, Barry Cohen, who also lived in the building for 3 years, said he and his wife prayed as they waited to be rescued. Must have been 20 minutes. It felt like a lifetime that we were trapped on the balcony of the building, he told CNN. When we were waiting to be rescued, the building was still shaking. I thought at any minute we could be that same pile of rubble. I thought the whole building was going to collapse. So when we were in the cherry picker, I feel a reef come over me. Well, I'd be worried as the cherry picker goes down in case the building goes down, because if it goes down, it's going to take the cherry picker with it. Yeah, scary. Okay, so that's that one. We'll go to the next one. So yeah, I think I've got this shared screen working out. Linda Starr. This is in America, Amy. Yeah, I'm trying to share it. Let's just have a quick look at the messages. Should be working now. Screen should be. Yeah. So this is from abc.net.au site. Main building collapses, leaving nearly 100 people missing as US rescue searches Saudi apartment. Now, this is the video at night, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's the same one as before. It's just amazing, all these bits of flashes of light. You see the flashes of light? See up there? Yeah. It's just that. It's just so strange, all those. See them? Like, there's so many flashes of light. I can't slow the speed down. But, yeah, look at all the flashes of light, man. Oh, thank you, Rebel. Okay. So this is saying, at least they said 100. They got a story from an Australian who was actually living in the suburb. Scores of rescue units rushed to the partially collapsed building, and firefighters were seen pulling survivors from the concrete debris. Rescue work continued all day Thursday and expected to continue overnight. Yeah, it's just pretty much the same story where they're going on. I think they'll have the cadaver dogs out soon. But this is just tragic. Very sad situation. A woman's leg had to be amputated. Why does the roof of that look really black? Do you notice that? Look how black that looks. It just looks really black. It's dark. Looks burnt, you know, like a child. Does anyone notice that, or is it just me? Like the top of that building, how black it is up there at the top. Video shows fire crews removing a boy from a wreckage. Geez, they're using that heartstring of a little boy, aren't they? It's just so sad.
There are concerns that a number of Australians.
I don't want to play the whole video of this because I'd probably get a copyright strike, even though the ABC is taxpayer money. So if I talk while I'm going over the video playing, I shouldn't get a copyright strike. So yeah, I don't know. It's just really suspicious to me. Like, how can that happen? How can they not notice that it's been sinking, and how can they not have engineers pay any attention to the report? Yeah, Mr. Big Money, I saw that in an article today that they'd been doing roof repair work. You know, it's like the ones in the other thing that happened on 2001. They had a group that had been camped up on the top of the roof there for months. You know, the A-Team. Have you looked up that one, the A-Team project of 9/11? Yeah. So, but this is horrible. Absolutely horrible. A pair of jeans hanging down there. Like, how can you get the building to do that? There's only a couple of ways a building will do that. Is if it's laced with thermite or an earthquake. You know, like it looks like. Is this just? Why have they still got the power onto the building? Why wouldn't they have the power off? Why is that light flashing? Look at that, it's flashing. You'd think they'd have the power off to the building because of gas lines. Wouldn't you think that? Yeah, that's correct. The building 3, mate. Yeah. That's correct. It did. They just did roof repair, like work on the roof. I was reading before, Amy, it said that they had to do 40-year electrical and structural renovations, like fix the wiring and all that kind of stuff. I'm just wondering whether they did want to do it or not, you know. He said it looks like a bomb went off, so we're pretty sure a bomb didn't get off. So it's see, this is the same on the other article, the other news site. You know, and people get the shits and the government wonders why people won't listen to them anymore. This is why, because of all the news. It's not news anymore. And this is supposed to be a government, you know, supported for the public website. Oh, okay, here, Mr. Biden. Oh, here we Miami-Dade County Mayor Danielle Levine Clara said she got a call from President Joe Biden who promised to provide any federal aid that was requested. Mr. Biden approved emergency declaration in the state of Florida and ordered federal assistance to supplement the state and local response efforts. President's action authorizes the Department of Homeland Security, Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to coordinate all disaster relief efforts, the White House said on Friday. Felt like an earthquake. It's unclear how many people lived in the building that were inside at the time of the incident. Now, a couple of people have said it felt like an earthquake, and I'll show you quickly why some people are going sort of on those lines of it could be possibly an earthquake. It's just, you know, could be plausible.
2021, guys. I know many of you are aware of this building.
Hang on. All right, let's check this one out of BP Earthwatch.
Just on the beach down in Miami. It was a condo. They say it was full. They did not hear an explosion. They heard a loud noise. That probably the building collapsed. You don't see a lot of smoke damage or anything
That's
like
right,
that.
Amy.
So what would have caused it? One person is dead, but the mayor there is really afraid.
Yeah, there's more than one person dead, but this was when it first happened. I got a notification. He put it out pretty much straight away. I can't play the whole video. I can edit to 10%. Or I can talk
right on
over
the
it.
beach in Miami. Now, there's two things I've seen do this. Of course,
Okay, this is where he talks about it.
and,
Check this out.
Earthquakes. And if we look at the U.S. earthquake map, it'll show a couple things. This diamond shape is where the 3.9 shock occurred Friday. They're saying experimental explosion 170 kilometers east of Ponce Inlet, about 100 miles out again. And many people
Now, that's the same day. The same day this little earthquake happens is the same day this building collapses.
saying, and some experts, that they've never seen an explosion or test this close to shore. And people called in all through Florida on the coast there and reported this. Now, if you notice something, this has to do with the shallow water. you've got different layers. Out in the ocean, it's got blue here. You get closer to the land, it starts getting lighter. And then right here is the shelf. Goes down to Miami, and then it extends out through the Gulf. Shallower waters. Explosion happened here. Would an explosion, as it hit this shelf, as it rises, could it have traveled down the edge of the shelf into the Miami area and weakened the sand, the area around Miami? Just that shock. Could it have done it? We don't know what else would have done it. Let me again take this line off. And you can see explosion, shallow water shelf that goes right down through the Miami area.
So that's just one, sort of plausible one, of what could trigger it. I think that's quite a plausible explanation that he's got happening there. It's happened the same day. Oh, yeah, Amy, sadly it will be. And everyone that lives in, those kind of buildings are now going to be shit scared of going home and won't want to go home. So on top of, the fear of everything else that's going on and not being able to live normal lives, they now have this fear on top of it. And, they're going to be saying, oh, we got another dead one, or we can't find anyone, or we got one alive. And when they do find one alive, they'll play on the heartstrings. It'll be a child or an elderly woman or a mother that's lost a child. I can see that coming. Yeah, so what was in the news yesterday that this overtook? Yeah, what happened what was to happen yesterday and today? Where were the meetings of the heads of state and what was to happen today, Okay, Mr. B. Hi, Smoking Slow. How you going? Hi, Tony. Great to see you, mate. Yeah, weird reporting on this. I first saw BP Earthwatch this morning. Yeah, yeah, and Tony, you'd agree if a structural engineer report was released in the early 1990s that said the building was sinking 2 millimeters a year, you would actually have a structural engineer check that every couple of years, would you not? You wouldn't just have no engineer pay any attention to it. You would actually pay attention to it and measure the cracks and watch to see if it's moving. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you people know Dr. Judy Wood. She's deceased. But check out, I'm not going to show her here on YouTube because I'll just get it struck down. But check out Dr. Judy Wood. She's a really good lady that's sort of got the word out about the sort of things. No, I didn't know that, Mr. B. Oh, okay. Sinkholes, eh? Okay. Now, which one? That one. So, here's another page. Mass casualty event. This was 4:33 p.m. this afternoon. Rescue workers are in tremendous danger as they search for any survivors. At least one person is dead and 99 people, including a group of Australians, are missing at a high-rise apartment block in Florida, literally pancaked while the residents were sleeping. Huge rescue operation is underway, found banging. Yeah, same stuff we read in the other report. Lots of debris hanging off the unsupported building, and so the rescue is in tremendous danger in some areas that they're working. So it has been a very methodical process. Online video shows a large portion of the 12-story buildings in the town of Surfside, Vegetable from Miami Beach, reduced to rubble. Oh, look at that lightning strike there. Look at that. Isn't that, have a look. There has to be something going on, guys. Come on. there's an electrical discharge plasma happening in the air after the event happened. That's what that lightning storm is about. What I don't get is why didn't they cut the power off to the building straight away? Why did they leave the power on? Normally that's the first thing you cut. Yeah, Dr. Judy Wood. Dr. Judy died like not long after she came out with all this information. She just died in these unusual circumstances. So did her friends. Yeah, Rebel, I reckon Queensland will be in another lockdown within a couple of days because the emergency order ends in the next couple of days. So if they don't do another lockdown, they'll have no excuse for another emergency order or the martial law. Yeah, we're in under martial law and people can't see it. This is what martial law looks like. And you know what the chem ones are? You know, like the chemicals they use? They use aluminium, barium, strontium. And so on the element tables, barium is Ba, aluminium is Al, and strontium is just a capital S. So it's Ba for barium, Al for aluminium, and S for strontium. They're terraforming for their god Baal. That's what they're doing. Further shocking footage shows moments of the tower's collapse, sending plumes of smoke into the air. I will try and find this Twitter video. Someone shared a Twitter video that was one video that they actually filmed themselves. Okay, let's see if I can just find was it built by Miller Construction, Manafort Powell? It wasn't permitted to work with concrete when he built Miami's collapsed pedestrian bridge. He said, ask him if the building inspector had any concerns with this crack. Now, they're going to find this stuff on Google Earth, mate. You can see it. Look at this crack. That is huge. Wow. How could you not? How can an engineer not see this crack? Come on. Look at that. How could you not see that crack there? Looks like there's cracks along there too. That's unreal. How could they miss that? I think they deliberately ignored it. I don't think they had any intention. Oh yeah, I know about the Georgia Guidestones. I've known about them for 25 years, nearly 30 years. I remember when they were put up, my father and grandfather were whinging about them. Simply more evidence of the deterioration of structures built in or prior to 1980s that are crumbling infrastructure. What causes something like this? Sinkhole? Question mark. Nope, that looks like went off and it saw an insurance job. Geologist here. Sounds as if it may have been caused by a subsurface dissolution of limestone, basically a sinkhole that did not reach the surface. Oh, there's always one that has to add that comment, isn't there? Yeah, smoking slow. I tend to agree with you. I mean, yeah. Okay. Foundation support columns appeared to have been shattered about 5 to 7 feet above the concrete slab. How can a sinkhole do that? How can reinforcing steel rust away in the center of freestanding concrete columns? Something else broke the columns. So this is where he's pointed to all these columns, and I didn't even notice that before. There you go. Look at that. It's like the trade ones, they cut the beams. I was wondering if that was the other bridge that they closed, one of the eye bridges. I wonder if that was actually cut when I look at it. Yeah, well, looking at those cracks, how could they not see the thing? Amy, I definitely know there are ley lines up along that way, mate. I know, yeah. I've got a video of the ley lines I done a long time ago. Right after he said it looks like a bomb went off, he immediately says that a bomb didn't go off. Isn't this tragedy bad enough without the unnecessary scandalous headlines? Oh, the initial collapse happened right above the bulk of the underground parking garage. If foul play is ruled out, then there's probably a collision with the support beams in the garage. A collision at 1:30 a.m. would only be a car from someone living there, and the beams are supposed to take that impact. A big truck maybe, but I would guess something else. Plausible. There are so many plausible things these days. What the hell happened to this building? What caused this? What an absolute tragedy. You go to bed in the evening and then you're violently killed at 3 a.m. in the morning. The collapse of the building truly does bring you back to the flashbacks of and the building just turning to powder. Oh, yeah. Nope, it's too late. People are going to run with it being a bomb. Our bomb didn't make a loud noise, and it was obviously wiped from any seismic data that was collected in the regions. Has anyone checked all the seismic data? Yeah, plane didn't fly through the let's look at this photo. It looks like he's in. Oh, okay, that's that Scrubs show. Sorry. Correct. It's sad to see someone just ignore their job duty. A 40-year-old building does not just collapse. That's correct. This is only the beginning. Zoning changes have made more disaster inevitable for Miami. There's nothing to protect the coast, and storms are getting worse, and the rising waters could eventually look very different in our lifetimes. Oh, thank you, Amy. That's so sweet of you. A lot of people can't understand me, and I get frustrated. I'm like, how can you not understand me? I'm speaking English. So thank you. That's sweet. Yeah, these quotes here. They must have ways of determining the difference between a detonation and an organic structural collapse. Yes, they do have ways of determining it. Talking about 1, 2, maybe 10 people, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this is maybe hundreds of people, 13 floors. Even if it's just 10 per floor, that's 130 people. And that's true. I just pray they're all right. One bloke said, that's what I was seeking. The building I live in, though 2 stories, is older than that one, and it's been through 2 major earthquakes. It's eerie how similar the damage is to that building after North Bridge in 94. Some places just disintegrate. It is sus, hey? It's so suspicious. This looks like the Oklahoma. Yeah, it does. This is what, and it does to me. It just looks like when I saw that. That's the first thing I saw was, yeah, that's the one they blamed Timmy McAbey on and he did nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Did that 45-degree road just appear there or has it been there since? Okay, can someone look at that, the 45-degree road? Not quite sure. Hubbies in construction, amazing. More buildings don't collapse. Dollars and time pressure is huge. Inspect the building, inspector. I worked for a realtor construction company partnership that built a number of high-rise condominiums in Redland Beach and Sand Key, Florida. We also cleaned some of those units. Definite issues like fireplaces that billowed smoke and balconies slanting backwards, causing flooding. Too often we measure a tragedy by deaths, but for the survivors, prayers for the survivors, especially those with serious injury who have months or years of recovery and no home to recover in. That is the most, yeah, that is true. NOAA satellites. So was it an earthquake? What's the status? So yeah, they haven't responded. Oh, now this one's trying to say it's climate change. Just blame it on someone else said it's Russian, don't blame the Russians. It's funny, it's climate change. It's got to be one of them. But don't blame ourselves, you know. Don't look in our own backyards and say, yeah, maybe we stuffed up and maybe we should have done something about it, you know. And it's like humans are good at blaming other people for their lack of accountability, you know, for their lack of drive and empathy to do the right thing. There's just no accountability these days. Are you shitting me, Mr. Big Money? 50 AK-47s? Shit. Why was there no arrest? That's scary. And Amy, yeah, a 40-year-old building does not just collapse. And yeah, I don't know if I'd be hanging around those buildings. That's right, Tony. I was saying that today on the channel with Alan that Florida is on the hit list because they didn't follow all the mandates. I said that, yeah. Yeah, I said that to Alan. I said that that's the warning, you know, do as we say or you're next. Yeah. Check on Google Maps. Okay, can someone check that? Like, I might do that later. I don't know the exact address. Being in Australia, we don't hear the exact address. We just, like, there was a street photo back then, but I don't know the exact address. This ain't a partial collapse, guys. No need to try and minimize the severity of this. Surveillance video alone is agony to see. Just looking to see if there's any more videos of it. Because there were videos of it. He keeps saying we and us. He isn't there searching, and I doubt he was there at 2 a.m. What exactly is he doing to assist? That's a good point. Rudy Giuliani banned from practicing law in New York State effectively immediately and until further order of the court. Wow. Ah. There you go. How's everyone's day been? Good? Hope it has been. Hi, Shinto. How are you? Just south of Hollywood, Florida, East Coast side motorway. I'll take a screenshot and look that up. I'll check out your video after I do this, Michael, of the one you did. I filmed a black triangle coming out of the sun once from at the top of the sun. It was pretty freaky. Camilla just had to remind Biden to talk about the tragic collapse of the residential building. Has everyone seen this?
I've spoken with, coincidentally, the mayor of Miami-Dade was in my office yesterday. And I talked to her today. Not about that, obviously.
Yeah, you almost let that one slip, didn't he?
And so I had a long discussion with her today. I've also spoken with, we've come in contact with the Congresswoman, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who has that district.
Got to be careful playing a full video and not talking over it and all that kind of stuff, because you get strikes straight away. They're ridiculous how fussy they get. You can't even say to your friend, go to a different platform. They can remove your channel for encouraging someone to go to a different platform. Your day rocked. Oh, that's great, Amy. Your house didn't fall down. Your kids didn't burn it down. I was just say that if my kids didn't burn my house down, it was a good day. Do a video of the sun being blocked out. I used to film the sun quite a bit. So they're really playing this one of the boy. Look how he just come out that easily. They're really playing this, aren't they? I keep seeing this one. Yeah, Pale Horse Rider. Hi. Earlier on, I read in the reports that they were used for holiday letting, like your Airbnb, and that mainly like your Latinos were living there. So I think it's more of a seasonal worker sort of unit or a holiday unit that's not always full. I think it was empty. I don't think it was full myself. I really don't. Where's the outpouring of people on social media saying their loved ones are missing, and because videos like that go viral. Yeah, today is the Freemason birthday. The Rosicrucians joined the Freemasons on the 25th of June. And I think it was 1625 or 21 in a tavern in England, in London, in that 1 mile square place. I can't think of the name, but I did do a video on it. What's this one? More than 80 fire and rescue units were at the scene of partial building collapse in Miami. A witness video shows a tangle of rubble with debris spiraling out from what was left of the balconies. Okay, so this bit is the one before it goes down, is it? And you see the building's got a lean. Just look to see if you can see any light flashes. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be standing that close if a building was about to collapse. When a building goes down, all that dust is, you don't want to breathe. I mean, asbestos, all that kind of stuff. You don't want to breathe that in. Like the ones that were there on September 2001, they ended up getting lung cancer and stuff like that. Yeah, Mr. Big Money, it looks that way, doesn't it? That is just freaky, isn't it? It's just real freaky.
It's gone. The whole back side of it. Everything to the big.
Look at all that. It's just.
There's
It's unreal.
We don't know. I mean, it didn't look like it was full, but there are people in it. On the balcony.
So she said it didn't look like it was full, but there are people in it. I'll retweet that one for you if you want to check it out. Just come to my Twitter. You go to my main page, and it'll come up with my Twitter link. You just click on the bird, and it'll take you there. Yeah, Amy, I asked that question because there were supposed to be Ring cameras in the building. There's supposed to be free Wi-Fi for the surf beaches in that public area. What about all the other, shops and that? What about all their CCTV? If there was this many people dead, why are the families' videos? Why aren't all these people having out crying and all that kind of stuff? People would be begging for money to pay for funerals. We haven't seen any of that. No begging yet. It's just sus. The story has got a very slow upkeep to how it's going. Yeah, they are distractions, Shinto, to keep us from looking at the real problems in the world, And we face these distractions every day. It distracts us from the point of who we are and what we're here for as a human. Really playing the rescue of that little boy, aren't they? Oh, this is the different angle. Look at the flashes of the lights. Heaps of lights flashing there. Look. Someone said, oh, that's just the lights and the power going off as the building goes down. Yeah, the last feed, we had a look before at the pillars, and the pillars were all rusted out due to the salt air. It had concrete cancer. So they're going about what caused it.
Another urgent question. How could this happen?
Here we have
Showing the portion of the building that collapsed. The town of Surfside Commission.
I don't really want to listen to the big media because they just throw so much lies in there. Here we are. Hours before, a Miami area condo building was suddenly collapsed overnight. A building inspector was on the site doing a required 40-year inspection. It's too early to know what the collapse was, but there are clues. Clearly, if the rules were followed, there weren't enough.
Happening on the roof. The mayor of Surfside says he's very skeptical that would be the cause here. There's no clear evidence at this point of an explosion. When you watch the
yeah, Edgel reflector, we can't really say. I can't say it. You can say it in the comments, but if I say it, the AI will pick it up and no one will get to see this video. Can you please hit that like too so the algorithms bump it up and more people can see it? Hopefully more people will start to see the truth, but the world is a stage. Yeah, Carol's right, and they don't question much, do they? Yeah, I saw that one too about that. What was it that, I can't think of the Pulse nightclub, wasn't it? They had the shooting, and then there was the shooting at the church not long after that one. I was just trying to find the video of a person from their own mobiles. Where are the videos from people's own phones, Lots of people have mobile phones. Why aren't we seeing it? Why are we... You can't tell me this just doesn't look staged. Come on. This here looks staged to me. Where are all the people that were living in there that got out, the 55 people? Where are all those videos and why aren't they there speaking? See, there's two reflections there, like a tower too. See that? Two black lines. It's probably the shadow of the building. It's hard to believe at times, Amy. It really is. Yeah, that's it. Smack and Slay, the Pulse nightclub. I just feel sorry for all the people that are caught up in it and trapped. I really do. Just trying to find this video. Okay, there's a drone. Yeah, there's just nothing. It's all major media. It's unreal. Same as like on 2001. So they've got a chance to train their dog. Okay, so here we go. We got a video of actual collapse inside. Now, sorry, I just have to play it every couple of seconds and speak through it. I know it's annoying. I'm sorry. But if I don't, they'll strike it. So I'm just going to talk. What's causing all that dust to fall like that? That looked like an earthquake. That last bit really looked like an earthquake, just the way it was shaking. So where are the rest of the videos, Amy? Like, everyone? Where are all the videos like this here? There should be more videos. I'm a resident of one of the condos on the side of the collapse. This is a video from my camera footage inside of the start of the collapse until it loses connection. I was away from the building today. Strange, they were away from the building today. You might ask, why were you away? Let's see if I get a response. Yeah, all the underground infrastructure, like the wiring and everything, is very old too. It's, yeah. Just as we got, see, partials, this is. Did they suffer a major pipe burst first? That looked like a water leak. Any plumbers? I'll be calling it a night soon, so follow the sources I've quoted above for regular updates. We've seen preferred news source since this is becoming a national, international story. So this person's supposed to be in there. Got an official interview with a resident who lives on the first floor of the condo.
My sister And how long ago did you? So you say you live in the building, right?
Yeah, I live in one apartment, 111 with my mom, my sister.
And how long ago do you think this happened? Or
45 minutes. There were two collapses that happened. The first collapse happened like the car garage beneath the building.
Also, the garage underneath the building?
Yeah, that first collapse happened. We were
So did you hear that? There was a collapse first.
inside, and so we went out. Then we heard some more shaking happening, and as we heard that, we started running. Then all of a sudden, the back.
So yeah, why aren't we hearing more stories like this person speaking now? Where are their stories? Where are their videos? I've only just found this after what, an hour of doing this.
The building starts to collapse, and we see nothing but like smoke of dust just coming out here, like a dust, like a.
So your apartment was on the first floor, right?
Yeah, on the first.
So his apartment was on the first floor. When they come out, all they could see was smoke and dust. Just dust.
Right, that second collapse got really bad. Like the whole area here
was all spread out with the collapse like 2 minutes.
It was so hard to see.
So hard to see. I don't want to play the video fully because I'll get a strike, but I will retweet that. Jump on over to my Twitter and check it out. Because yeah, I know what these companies are like. They like to play games. Sounds to me like it was entirely a massive structure failure of all sorts from various witness statements. Comparing the witness interview with the interior footage, you can see how in the first few seconds it goes from dry to leaking water with some furniture having shifted. Note the mattress leaning on the left, which must have been the first collapse he speaks of from below. So the parking lot collapsed first, the underneath. So another person questioned the parking lot collapse. I wonder if there are any tunnels. Oh, there's always got to be something like that. I'm just trying to sort of get to the bottom and try to get the bottom of it before it goes too far. I'm not a plumber, but I know that the water pipes aren't strong enough to hold up 13 stories of concrete in a condo hotel. They would break under the weight of the collapsing building and leak. From the witness who lives on the first floor, it seems like the underground parking garage went first. Yeah, it looks like plaster to me too. I don't think it looked like water. So, oceanfront, one resident said the underground parking garage collapsed first, then the back, guessing he meant the oceanside part down. I know of balconies elsewhere in Florida being replaced because of rusting rebar concrete separation from saltwater intrusion. Also, surface groundwater table is high, rising. Yeah, how come? I don't know anyone that's had that, Amy. I don't know anyone yet. And it's been, 15 months? I don't know anyone that's had it. Oh, my mum had the Jabiru, and I was so frustrated with her for having it. And she doesn't get why, but she's got to have the second one on the 2nd of July, and I'm just praying that it won't affect her and it won't hurt her and all that. But, yeah, she reckons she's doing it to help the community get to herd immunity. I couldn't believe it. I said, Mum, you're not out in the community much anyway. It's not going to matter. It's just frustrating. I'd just like to see more footage from people that actually live there and not just media companies showing what has been pre-approved. Okay, so this looks like a video from across the road from when it's just happened. See the flashes of light there? Look. Is that electricity or what? Like over here somewhere, there's flashes of light. Is it electricity? What is it? It's really weird. And look at these cars down there. Is that dust or are they burnt out? What is it? It's all dust. It's unreal. Instead of smoke there. Something just like smoke, something just boom. It's unreal. I wish I knew what they were saying. There's no sound. Be interesting to know what they're saying. But it's hard to find videos like this. What's with all the flashes? What's causing the flashing? It's so weird. Yeah, Shinta, I agree with you. I don't think this is like, I don't think it's natural. I think it's something. Oh, now the pregnant British mum. Oh, baby daughter and husband among the 99 missing. So that'll play on the British heartstrings, won't it? You know, they'll have one for each sort of race and gender. Unreal. Oh, goodness. Oh, the water there too. So one of the residents said the car park collapsed first and then the building. And there is water there. I wonder if like that earthquake like Mr. BP Earthwatch said and liquefaction happened, you know, liquefaction, how it's the building sinks down, like the building was already sinking down. I wonder if it had something to do with it. I don't know, it's just so suspicious. Oh, of course, they've got a big storm coming to hit them on top of it. That would add to the drama, add some rain to it. So the building was getting its 140-year-old certificate. Okay, so this is for the building. Miami-Dade County, along with various municipalities, will periodically mail letters to owners of properties that are over 40 years. Any questions? Am I sharing? Yeah. Any questions regarding the requirements and specifications for a 40-year-old recertification should be directed to a specific agency that contacted you. If your property is located within the unincorporated Miami-Dade County, you may contact it's supposed to have the report. This is that link that bloke said. And this is supposed to be the file. I don't know. Well, I suppose they just put it forever. Something's very suspicious. Please note the single-family homes, duplex, and all buildings are exempted from recertification requirement, non-residential farm buildings. Interesting. Thank you to everyone that's been supporting me in everything too. Hey, Eddie Down Under, finally caught ya. Didn't the Florida governor say? Yeah, I think he did. I think they did say that, Tony. I think I did hear that. Like, yeah. So this bloke shared the. So I was just getting its certification. Yeah, I can't seem to find any other new videos on this, guys. Oh, here, look, here's another new one. This is a different one of it, I suppose. Similar to it. Similar. Yeah, I suppose they're just trying to work out how to get through. What's on that over there? Oh my goodness. Oh, poor people, you know. First they go through all this crap being locked down and in their homes, and now they don't have a home. This is just horrible. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find any more videos. I'm going to troll other platforms and see if I can find other videos, because it seems like stuff has been just held back. Okay, Skycam footage captures partial collapse on multi-story condominium building at around 2 a.m. It is unknown how many. Okay, let's see this one. Partial collapse, I think it was. So the building is here. What the heck? Are you guys seeing this? What the heck? Guys, is it my eyes, or are you seeing what I'm seeing? Did you guys see it? There's like a plasma event. Look at all this here. What's this? What's caused all this? Like those lights there. Look at the color. And then down here, you can see all these car lights, alarms going off. Like the colors that appear. Like that goes that way, that way, that way. But look at that. What the heck is that? Looks like it's just hit with something. Moment of collapse. Boom. It's unreal. I don't know what to think of that. What do you guys think of it? You think it could be doctored? Yeah, it could be doctored. Like a lot of these footage these days, you don't know if it's deep fake or real or what. Yeah, Shinto, that's right. Exactly like baby. But look at there's like pink and blue and purple colors there. Can you put the kettle on for me, please? Make coffee. That's unreal. 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 Well, I found one sort of better video that's much, much better, instead of the same stuff over and over and over again. So what did this video catch? What did they catch it to? Yeah, I don't know. Implosion, yeah, like a neutrino bomb. Have you seen those? The neutrino bombs that go into like a black hole? It's only fantasy, of course. Sucks into itself and goes into a black hole. They've been on Star Trek Discovery, another movie, a few movies. It was on Thor as well, I think. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, that's my thoughts too, mate. That's my thoughts. You know, so I was just saying to the other subs here, why haven't we seen other people's thoughts and videos put up on here? Like, why aren't we seeing the people that live their videos? Why are they saying it like this? The numbers always add up, like with their gematria. They like to show their gematria. The 13th floor section completely collapsed plaza in the parking. So this is the part that went first, apparently. And then the other parts went. There'd have to be hundreds of people dead in this, unless, you know, like it was, you know, all planned. You can see the lights flashing there. Come on. Look at all those lights flashing. Yeah. But I expect more to be in it, you know, like to be alert. I'll just share quickly this lady you should look up if you've never heard of her. Is my screen sharing? Yep, cool. I think I finally got StreamYard worked out. Okay, Judy Wood, PhD, is a materials scientist and former assistant professor of mechanical engineering who believes, I'm not going to say these words because it's going to get hit straight away. She earned a doctorate in materials engineering science from the Department of Engineering, Science, Mechanics of the Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University in Blacksburg, Virginia in 1992. Her dissertation was on top of her thermal stresses in biomaterial joints. From 1996 to 99, she was a postdoctoral research associate in the Department of Engineering, Science and Mechanics at Virginia Tech. From 2009 to 2006, she taught mechanical engineering at Clemson University in Clemson, South Carolina. Since 2006, she's been an independent researcher, teacher, lecturer, author. She has passed away. Dustification. Dr. Wood's observation and the destruction of the led to her to the conviction that they were dustified by according to her. Dustification involves molecular dissociation and transmutation. In her whole series of lectures and media appearances, Wood has maintained that the debris pile was nowhere near tall enough to account for the aggregated mess of the towers and their contents. Rather, she states the towers were pulverized in midair, simply blew away in the breeze. On her website, Wood presents a 41-point list of the principal evidence that must be explained, including point 9, the upper 80% approximately of each tower was turned into a fine dust and did not crash into the earth. The point 6, the seismic impact was minimal. far too small blast on comparison with the kingdom-controlled demolition. She consistently declines to speculate about the exact nature of the involved, where it was situated or who operated it. Her position is that as a scientist, her role is to determine what happened that day. Others might or might not address the more political questions. In her 2010 544-page book, I'm doing a live stream. Dr. Wood agreed to be interviewed. Dr. Greg Jenkins, a physicist who, unconvinced by Dr. Wood's theory of justification, opinion is sharply bilateral. Some analysts have claimed triumph over Greg Jenkins. Legal application on the 25th of April. Wood was a plaintiff later in the quo tam petition to the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, for the nature of the quo tam process. She was acting on behalf of the United States of America. She named a list of 23 respondents headed by the Applied Research Associates and Science Applications International Corp. This is probably what got her killed. The petition claimed that the respondents acted fraudulently in giving the advice to the National Institute of Standards and Technology during their investigation and destruction of the statement of the case concludes these words. Those who perform work and receive payment from the NIST are alleged to have engaged in scientific fraud by petitioner Dr. Wood. Materials engineering scientists based upon the process of fraud documented by Dr. Wood's original source research and findings that concluded that the were destroyed by an unconventional that can be directed and thus is referred to as the form as what we call. Dr. Wood has demonstrated that the did not burn up nor did a significant portion of them crash down. They just turned into, and fire cannot turn a quarter-mile tall into a powder in 8 to 10 seconds. The respondents herein knew or should have known this and therefore engaged in actual fraud with the meaning of the False Claims Act. After a prolonged series of hearings addressing the questions whether Dr. Wood's status was not an original source, the District Court dismissed the petition on 26th of June 2008. There's that date there, 26th, 25th. Would have filed an appeal, which was denied by Judge George Daniels on the 11th of July 2008. 14th of October 2009, Wood filed a petition for a writ of a certiorari plea for a judicial review. U.S. Supreme Court briefs on the behalf of the two respondents were filed in December 2009. The petition was denied on 25th of January 2010. Wood potentially stood to cash in big time if her petition had succeeded. Since successful, quo tam relates normally granted 15 to 25% of a final settlement. In fact, in this case, since the Attorney General declined to intervene, the realtor's share could have been boasted as much as 30%. The original petition sought to recover all available damages and other monetary relief under common law or equitable theories or unjust enrichment, payment under mistake or fact, recoup of overpayments, and common law fraud. The suit also claimed the amount the United States damage multiplied as required by law, such civil penalties as required by law, together with all such further relief may just be just and proper. So that's who Dr. Judy Wood is, and yeah, she was the one that awoken me to what really happened on this day. A very smart woman. Yeah, so she died pretty sure she died. I was told she died. Yeah, it looked like there were plasma in that, like when it was going like purpley blue in that video I showed before. It looked like plasma to me. But you would have plasma like in a weapon like that. You'd have a plasma discharge. Am I not correct, Tony? You would have to, if you're using a plasma weapon like that, you'd have a plasma discharge. You'd have to. Yeah. Yeah, we've had a few resets happen. Similar sort of situation. We're probably not even allowed to talk about this one either, you know. Probably get into trouble. Yeah. So I'll leave her webpage here for you in the description after it's uploaded. So if you want to know where the word conspiracy comes from, what is it? Tony said it was an information overload. I think that's what he said, information overload. But it was actually in the 1700s. I found the book I was thinking about, and it's about the Freemasons and the Rosicrucians and that, with their little meeting to merge. They talk about conspiracy back then. It's not a new word. It's nowhere near new. It's a very old word. So, yeah, I just really want to thank you all for being here for me. And next time I go on, if one of you want to jump on and join me, that'd be great. I would like someone to hop on with me, and I get a bit anxious in sharing. I'm new to it, so this is all new to me. This is why I appreciate all of your support and sticking by me. The new computer works really great, so yeah, correct, Tony. That's right. They weren't even near them. They weren't even near them. So, but anyway, I got my boy asking me for stuff, and he's been at the door, so I'll have to love you and leave you all. I want to say thank you to everyone for stopping by. I might just quickly say a quick prayer for us all. I think everyone needs to hear it. I'm trying to say this prayer more often so people hear it. So, ladies, you know how we like it, and just take a second, please. Our God in heaven, who formed us from our dust in his own image and likeness, that we may call him Father, let your name be holy among us, as in the day you set apart to signify your completed work and give us rest. Let your kingdom come as we strive to your image, reflect your heavenly reign, and cultivate your glory over creation. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, as in the day when you made all things new. Give us this day our day in your garden, where the thorns and thistles are no longer fruits of our labor, but the earth is finally blessed by our work. Forgive us our debts, which have kept us from your garden and tainted your image, because in newness of life we have at least forgiven our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, as in the Eden where the serpent divided us, but deliver us from the evil one, who is more crafty than the young beast that we feel, and is crouching at the door. And I just pray, if this is real, I just pray for all those people out there. And if it isn't real, I just pray that all these people out there that have fallen for it do not get too hurt and too emotionally hurt and involved in it. In Jesus' name, hallelujah. Oh, amen. Thank you very much. I just had to say a prayer for those people. If it is real, you know, we don't know if it is, we don't know if it isn't, but we got to say prayer for these people if it is real. So thank you everyone that has stopped by. Eddie, Tony, Shinto, Amy, Mr. Big Money, Agus, sorry for saying it wrong, Michael, Smokin, think anyone I missed. I had old mate on at the start from over in England. I'm trying to think of his name. No, we got Pale Horse Rider, but that's not the one I was thinking about. Oh, goodness, I can't see. It's gone. Rebel was the cause, it was, sorry. Pale Horse Rider. I just want to say thank you to everyone that is still here and supporting me and listening. I really appreciate it, and I just want to bless you all. So you have a good night and raise your vibrations. Don't let all this get to you, all this negativity, the current situation in the world. Just pray for the people and, yeah. All right. Much love. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye now.